Hello, William Meehan here. Glad you joined me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. It don't cost you nothing. Subscribe. It don't cost you nothing. And leave a comment. Remember the First Amendment. You have a right. And I'm going to crawl into something here. Now, this Texas shooter, who is a Latino, which had white supremacy information that he spilled all over the place. Plus he added tattoos and then a swastika and so forth. Okay. Now, we understand he was in the military. And we understand he didn't make it through basic training. Now, there's two possibilities with that. Now, either he got a medical discharge or he got a general discharge. Now, a general discharge does not mean it's a bad discharge. It just means he doesn't meet standards. It could be a physical standard, it could be a mental standard, it could be anything other than, he didn't qualify or didn't make the grade. Now, with that said, he is entitled to, and if my memory serves me correctly, he is entitled to medical benefits, but he will not be eligible to re-enlist unless, I guess, he has to go through certain ramifications to do that. Will it hurt him on the outside? That all depends. I don't think so, because it's not a bad conduct discharge, and or it is not a dishonorable discharge. Okay, now here's the thing to this too. With this discharge, there's a code that will be on your DD-214, your separation papers. When you apply for a job and you put down veteran status on your application, your employer is going to want to know, okay, what were you released for? Now, you say, well, I was honorable discharge. You're lying, and if he ever finds out, you could be fired for that and or held liable for other charges. But if you just stay never in the military, and or you volunteer the information, you have your DD-214, there's a code on there he can follow, and he can do a background check on that. Okay. We're done with that part. Let's go to 2. Now, the Democrats love these red flag laws because they're constantly expanding them. Every state got their own type of red flag laws, and they're expanding them. They violate your Bill of Rights. They violate your Second Amendment rights. All these background checks, not one of them stopped mass shooting. 0. Now, my main thing to all this is the individual is security guard. Now, I don't know the full extent of that part there. I'm not even going to get involved with that. Well, I am going to get involved with this mass shooting part. He cased this place. Apparently knew it, I guess. He had it all laid out, so I've been in and out of there probably. And he made his statements. In other words, he planned to do this. This was all set up and planned. Whole 9 yards. My major question here is, with all this, why didn't somebody stop him? All these red flag laws were designed just for this purpose. Every mass shooting that comes up here, somehow or other, there's some type of information is let out, and nobody stops it. Why? All the Democrats want to do is ban firearms. AR-15s. Now, there are many various types of AR-15s across the country, because each state's got their own separate little laws about how this rifle is going to look like, and how this rifle is going to operate, and how this rifle is going to do this. And heck, it's still an AR-15. I don't care what you look at. But long before the AR-15 came out, and I made a video of this, they went after the rifles, shotguns, lever-action rifles, bolt-action rifles, and handguns of various types. When the AR came out, they shifted themselves into that. But the goal still here is with these non-AR firearms, which are your M1 Garand, M1 Carbine, or your semi-automatic firearms, semi-automatic shotguns, and then the pumps, and then the lever actions, straight on across the board. Now, with these red flag laws that are supposed to be in place to stop these mass shootings and to bring these people in front of a judge, never seem to work. Organizations like the JOA, the FPC, and many other organizations out there are constantly going to court for us. I don't belong to them, I belong to someone else here in the state. They constantly go after us, these laws, saying these organizations have to go fight for us. They go to the Supreme Court, they lay their argument out, and here it is. Now, what kind of really irks me in this is that these politicians, which I recorded one, which was said that in so many terms, we're helpless. We are helpless. We can't stop the mass slaughter. Well, that's a lie, because here's the thing. I've said many times, all you have to do, if you can arm your federal, state, and government buildings and your courthouses, why can't you put the same security in schools, right? It's common sense. You need extra money, we'll give you extra money. You need something, the people provide it. No, you better take billions and trillions of dollars, drive the deficit up, and go spend money at somewhere else or some organization that hates us. Leaving that vulnerable target open, unprotected. Yes, these states, these counties, these districts can put in cameras, they can put in locked doors, they can do what they can, but they don't have enough money. They need federal aid, and for some reason the government turns their back on that. Their solution? Ban AR-15, ban firearms. It's not just AR-15, they're going to ban firearms. It's just the whole thing. It's just a disguised part of it, okay? Now, in my mind, these politicians deliberately want it to happen. And the reason why I say that, because they do nothing to stop it. They ignore everything. They scream, they yell, they lie, they do anything they can to tell you that the only way that we can stop this is ban these firearms. Which actually leads to a bigger problem. I'm not going to get to that one on the next video. And it will be a bigger problem because nobody understands this. So, we jag more flag laws, we do this, we do that, and we tell you that we are helpless. There's a con game in here because they don't want to take care of the problem, so they let this wound continue to fester. So you bring that problem to us, you blame us for it, you blame the manufacturers, you blame the ammunition, you blame the Republican Party, you blame MAGA, you blame the white supremacy, whatever that problem is. You blame everybody else. Well, these politicians sit up there fat, dumb, and happy and laughing at everybody, including the anti-gun organizations, because they allow it to happen. They can stop it. They don't want to. Because they want you to give something to them. They want you, all of you, me, they want you to surrender your rights. Not just the Second Amendment, all your rights. Once you get rid of the Second Amendment, all your rights goes with it. Your freedom of speech, we all notice what's happening with that. Your Third or Fourth Amendments, you see what's going on. Your Fifth and Sixth Amendment, you notice how that's handling too? Yeah. All your amendment rights. So they can give you a false narrative that we got something better for you. We'll give you what you need, but you got to give us what we want. Now we can stop all this. Like that. We can stop it all. But you got to give us what we want. We don't want Republicans up here unless they work for us. MAGA we don't want here. We don't want Trump up here. We don't want anybody up here that represents... No. They call us white supremacists. They call us everything else. But they don't call us the truth. They don't call us Americans. Sad, isn't it? But they want those rights. So they lay back. They scream, yell, they stamp their feet, they put the fists on the counters and whatever, and tell you that we're going to ban these firearms. You give me the power and I'll ban these firearms. And all it really is that they want all your rights. Obama may say it very clearly, we've worked for generations to build. Ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. Order and progress can only come to those who surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign. You get the picture here? Do you see what they're trying to do here? They're spending money like crazy. They open these borders up. You have terrorism all around the world. You got Mexican government with 5 other countries who want to come in here, storm in here with 13 of our own states and prosecutors who want to put gun manufacturers out of business. Don't you people see this? Don't you understand what they're trying to do here? They're trying to tear this country down. Now, I don't know whether there's more involvement outside of our country. Must be, because these people do anything to do it. Money doesn't seem to be a problem with them. Nothing seems to be a problem with them. People, you've got to stop and think for a minute here. I know it's very difficult because you have families, you have children, you worry about these schools and this woke nonsense, selling sex in our schools and wherever it may be, while your schools are excelling in rates that we cannot explain. Here, our educational system is almost in a shambles. Forgive me of this. We have Title 42 disappear. And you've got a wave that's going to come through here. Do we know any of these people? People come from Europe, file for all the proper paperwork, they file for all the proper information, they pay for all the monies, they get the inspections, they get the background checks. They come here legally. These people come here illegally. And nobody's stopping them. So why do you want to surrender your firearms? Why do you want to give up your magazines? Why do you want to give up anything? Because they tell you to? Now, you do what you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you to use this up here. Think for a minute. Think hard. Think what's going on around us. We are all Americans here. I don't care what your race and your religious beliefs are. We are all Americans. They want to continue to divide us in little bitty groups here. They want to divide the black Americans. They want to divide the Asian Americans. They want to divide the Hispanic Americans. They want to divide everybody across this country and put each one of us against each other so they can sit back and laugh. Think carefully. Do not be afraid to defend yourselves, your family and friends, and we'll catch you around. Good night.